Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome to another review. And this is going to be a quick one. A quick little bitty baby boy review just for you, because I just got back from seeing The Black Phone. That's a lie, actually. Don't believe me. I saw it yesterday, but let's pretend I just saw it. Just never got around to reviewing it. And I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on it because when I left the theater, I left that theater going, that was great. I really enjoyed that. That was a really good crowd pleaser. And it's one of those movies where I wish I saw it in a more lively theater, because I know if I did, it would have been like, oh man, it would have been a good theater experience. Sadly, my theater was kind of muted. You had a couple moments, some laugh moments here and there, but I really wish I was in a theater that I knew would be like crazy, because that was a really, really good time. Now, admittedly, I wish the trailer didn't spoil so much, because I would have really enjoyed not knowing what the premise was. Just in case you never saw the trailer and you're like, what is this movie? One, if you want a horror movie that actually has some brains, doesn't force feed you jump scares and stupid ass shit throughout the entire runtime, and you want an actual good story with tension and some great acting and some funny dialogue and some fun dialogue, and a really good lead villain played by Ethan Hawke, then I'm not even going to say what the premise is. Okay, there's a black phone. Someone gets kidnapped. Okay, they have to get out of there because Ethan Hawke's evil and he wants to murder him. So he has to get out of there. That's all I'll say. But what I really enjoyed about it is that we do focus on the characters. Like, a lot of horror movies is just like, oh, we have generic, like, you have a girl and then her boyfriend, and then you got like the friends, and then one's like an asshole, the other one's kind of like a nerdy girl. Or you got like the types, which still pops up here and there. And you got movies like Cabin in the Woods that actually takes that and like flips it and like makes it a joke. But then you have movies that just do it, and that's it. that's the characters. But this one, no, we all the characters besides a couple adult characters are kids, and they're all kids. They act like kids. And I really, really enjoyed that they're all like actual, they feel like real kids. Like you could go to a school right now, which is weird. Don't go to just for school if you're an adult like me. And you just see kids that act like this all day there. And it's funny because this is actually a period piece. This is set like, I think in the 70s, I want to say, maybe the 80s. I can't remember when. They mentioned a couple of things that make it very... Oh, they mentioned like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so that doesn't mean this movie's set in the 70s. I'm gonna say 80s. Yeah, I'm gonna say 80s, because they also have like TVs from like the 70s, 80s. I'll say the early 80s, but it could be the 70s. I can't remember exactly. I think they do say date at a time, at a point, but whatever. But I really enjoy that they all feel like real kids, and you really do feel for the main one that gets kidnapped by the grabber. You really want to see them prevail, and the little things they have to do to try to get out of there is very tense, very, very well done. And the premise, the big thing that happens in this movie is so well done, and that's where you're going to get some of your creep factor too, because there's actually some creepy scenes, some good jump scares, only a couple, but some good ones, and some that are very well thought out, because it's like, you're not, at a certain point in the movie, you're not expecting jump scares, and when they happen, it's like, what the fuck, because you're not... Like, if you see, like, a Conjuring movie, you're expecting a jump scare every, like, 5 minutes. Here, it doesn't even the first one doesn't even happen until, like, 50 minutes in, I want to say. At least the first one that really got me. And that one was like, whoa. And then I was, like, glued. I was like ready. I was ready for the next jump scare. But, yeah, it's very well written. Very funny at times. The two lead actors who play siblings, which I liked. I like when we have a brother and sister fighting off evil, are really, really good, especially the sister. I thought she was really great, but the brother also, like, he has to like really show some real character progression in this movie. I think he does a really good job. The writing is solid, not the best writing in the world, but it's solid. It's definitely good. And Ethan Hawke is suitably creepy, and I like that they use him effectively. He's not in the movie that much. He doesn't even show up until like 25 minutes in. Like, he's like kind of a, like almost like a shadow for the first 25 minutes, where you see like the van that he drives going around scouting places, kidnapping kids. You don't even see the kidnapping until it happens to our main character. So he's like more of a shadowy figure. So even though the movie says starring Ethan Hawke, it really isn't. It's really starring the main two, kid actors, and then Ethan Hawke is like the villain, but he's like a he's more of a supporting actor in his own movie. So I really enjoyed it. I think all the plot progression, all the character moments, all the even little jump scares, little creepy moments, really work. But really, what really sold me is the story, the characters. I want to see them prevail. I think the villain is great. The only thing I didn't like is that we have a couple of goofy characters. You have like the father, who, I don't know, he has like the world's weirdest like hair. He just looks strange to me. He looked like he had like fake hair on, which is funny because he's the guy that plays Baldur in God of War. I looked that up. I was like, who is this guy? And it's the guy that plays Baldur in God of War, the 2018 game, obviously. Obviously, Baldur wouldn't be in the other three, considering. But James Ransone, I really like, but his character is so almost, it feels like he was like added in last second or something like that, like his character, just because like Scott Derrickson likes that guy, obviously, because he had him in Sinister and stuff. And I really like that guy. I thought he was great in it, Chapter 2. I've always really liked James Ransone, so I was glad to see him in it. It just feel like his character was like, he had like 3 scenes and he had no point being in there besides like slight comedic like, I don't know, another comedic character. But I felt like the comedy from all the other characters was good. And at that point in the story, when his character is introduced, we shouldn't have any more comedy. It's getting to the point where it's getting grim, you know. So it's already grim because the beginning of the movie starts off with a grim moment, let's just say, before we even get to the credits. But yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed The Black Phone. I thought it was great. I really recommend it. So I would probably give it, out of a score from 0 to 10, I would probably give it an 8.5. I think it was great. It's one of my favorite movies this year. It might even go up to a 9. I have to think about it. I might even rewatch it again. I really enjoyed it. So there you go. That's The Black Phone. And hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you. Till next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.